You're dead.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Welcome back to the regular podcast. It's anything but. Today we return with episode 7, Shazam.
Finally,
oh my God.
A good movie.
Yeah, a good movie.
At least a movie that we can both agree is good.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Nice little Christmas movie around the Christmas season, you know, trying to get you in the Christmas spirit a little bit.
Holiday season.
Yeah.
Holiday season. But
Happy holidays.
Like, you know how I feel about Aquaman. You know, you said it was a departure. I feel like this is the true departure. Like, this is
from like the rest of the DCEU.
I feel like this is when they learned that, you know, yeah, we can get away with a funny superhero. Because, I mean, you know how I feel about Aquaman. I don't think that movie was very good. But this one, man, this movie, like, we genuinely laughed during this movie. I don't do that for a lot of superhero movies, but this one, there were some good bits in there. There were a lot of good jokes that make you laugh.
Yeah, like from the moment they dropped that trailer at Comic-Con, I was like, Shazam is gonna be a good movie. I can feel it. You never seen it?
I don't think to this day I've seen the trailer for Shazam.
That's crazy, cause trailers for both Aquaman and Shazam dropped on the same day, and I watched both of them back to back. I was like, these movies gonna be fire. You don't think Aquaman was good, but I think you think Shazam was good.
Shazam was really good. I've never seen the trailer though.
Yeah, I mean the trailer was just basic, just a basic trailer, just like showcasing like Shazam's powers and stuff like that. But it really wasn't anything
pretty basic. This movie's pretty basic, but it's pretty good in that way. Like, this isn't some big plot. It takes place in Philadelphia. Like,
Philly.
When do you see movies that just take place in Philly? Like, I can't.
They're always taking place in like New York or something like that. It's always New York.
Shanghai,
freaking Metropolis and Gotham,
Los Angeles, like these big fictional cities. This is just Philadelphia. Like,
I just love the fact that it's just so like heartfelt, you know?
Yeah.
Like
this movie, I feel like it kind of did what Homecoming did, where you kind of see into the universe they built.
Yes.
Like, you have the kid talking about, this is the original Batarang recreated. This is the bullet that was shot at Superman.
We got Shazam running through stores and saying, "Get them, Batman!" Like Batman toys all around.
Yeah, Batman.
Even though I don't know why they would be marketing like a killer, but
Batman's like a murderer. This way, he killed Superman. Pretty much.
But I mean, if you think about it, this is after Justice League, so I guess they know that Batman is not killing anymore.
Yeah,
and Superman's alive
but
now.
If it's the comic Batman, that means there's comic books about Batman and Superman. Like, this world just really feels like, it's just a normal world that happens to have Superman and Batman and the Justice League. And it's really small
they just idolize them.
Yeah, it's really small scale. But like you said, this movie is very heartfelt. I feel like there was a lot of care put into this movie, aside from something like Aquaman.
Yeah, I mean, we could just move from that and go straight into the visuals. I have nothing else to say about just the overall thing of the movie, because it was pretty good.
Visuals? I mean, what is there to say? Like, the CGI is pretty good. There's never a moment where you're just like, oh, the CGI sucks, or it's really noticeable. It's just you're not really paying attention into that because you're just having a good time with the movie.
Yeah, and at the same time, though, it never feels like it's just like
it like doesn't
Infinity
matter.
War level. Yeah, like
the visuals
I'm trying to say
matter.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm just trying to say that you never get the feeling that this is Doctor Strange level CGI, but you never get the feeling that it's Black Panther level CGI.
Yeah, the thing is,
like, it's just in the middle there.
There's not like a bunch of shots where you're just supposed to be like, look at this, doesn't this look good? Look at this eye candy.
Exactly, because most of the stuff was done practical anyway.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just Philadelphia. Like, it's not the most interesting place. It's just a city.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
and that's like one of the things that I really like. I like the fact that they shot some of this stuff practically, because you can actually like see when he's like flying inside of the shopping mall. You can see the wires pulling him up. Like, you don't see the wires, but you could tell that
it makes
there
sense
are wires.
He's not that good at flying yet.
Exactly.
Like,
so they use that to his advantage. Yeah.
And things like, since it's just like the biggest place that's like out of this world mystical is the Rock of Eternity. But even then, like it's not some grand thing. It's just because you're not supposed to pay attention to it. You know, with a movie like Endgame, like there's a bunch of moments where you're just looking at this wide landscape. You're just like, man, look at this overshot of Asgard or whatever. But it's not in this movie. It's so down to earth. Like most of it's just like you're just with the characters all the time.
Exactly. Like you're literally just walking through the streets at night, or like standing on the rocky stairs. So it's really no like big CGI heavy stuff. It's just like you said, character devoted shots.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not much to talk about visuals because the visuals don't really matter in Shazam since it's such a good movie regardless.
Yeah, I mean they're all right, but you know they're not top tier, but they're obviously not the bottom of the barrel stuff. Yeah. But with that being said, we can just transition to the soundtrack. I don't remember soundtrack.
Why do these movies not have memorable soundtrack? Like for you probably think Aquaman, but like for me, I remember Aquaman's stingers. He doesn't have like a theme that I remember. It just has that little like electric synth noise. But then Suicide Squad, I don't know, Justice League. Did the Justice League have a theme?
Yeah, I don't remember Suicide Squad. I mean, yeah, they did, but it was like a mix between Wonder Woman and Flash and all of them.
The last memorable theme I remember is Wonder Woman's, because that theme was straight fire. They played at cool moments.
Like Man of Steel had a great theme. BVS, Wonder Woman. I listened to Suicide Squad. It was cool, but I don't remember it. Justice League, that one wasn't that good. Aquaman, I remember it. Shazam, I didn't hear it.
Does Shazam have a theme? He probably does.
Honestly, yeah, he probably does, but we just didn't hear it.
But like I think themes that you can instantly memorize, like Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, Avengers theme, the Danny Elfman Batman. Even go into like TV show themes like Ninjago or something. Like these movies just don't have good themes. No, good theme.
You know what? I don't even think he has a theme. I just think that it's just a song.
He just plays
literally
pop songs?
In the trailer. No, not pop songs. It's just like a song called "Be Humble" by Kendrick Lamar. It was inside a trailer.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like pop songs.
And I think it's not a pop song, but yeah,
it's a song from pop culture.
I guess, yeah, I guess we can go with that, yeah. But I just don't remember the soundtrack at all. Yeah. I know the Queen songs. We're having a good time. I remember that song.
Oh yeah,
that song was pretty.
But I don't.
That song was pretty cool. That
you can't really count those as like, because when I'm thinking soundtrack, you think of like the movie, not like licensed songs.
Yeah.
Because
like Guardians have a lot of licensed songs, but it still has a theme that you can.
Yeah, like Guardians, the whole point is like licensed songs, but they still have a theme that you whenever you hear, you're like, yep, that's the Guardians theme.
Exactly.
Like Marvel's got it down with themes.
Yeah, but some of them are like, if you listen to them, then you'll know that it's to that specific movie. But do you actually remember it? Like, tell me the Thor: The Dark World theme.
It's just the first one, right? But less triumphant.
What?
It's just the
first. I want you to hum it. Thor: The Dark World theme.
Hold on, that's not fair. You know I don't like that movie.
What about the Incredible Hulk theme?
Incredible Hulk? That's not a real Marvel movie. Come on now.
Don't be like him. we got past him. Come on now.
Hold on, that's not fair because I don't really like the early Thor movies.
What about the Iron Man 2 theme?
Iron Man 2 doesn't have a theme. That's a trick question.
No, it has a theme.
Okay, that's not fair. That was not fair.
See,
no, I know.
If you listen,
every other theme
if you listen to it, you'll know that it goes to those movies.
Every other theme I know.
Let's see. Captain Marvel theme, hum it.
I can't hum that because it's got like things. I know what it is though.
Okay, exactly. See, if you listen to it, you'll know that it goes to that.
I can hum it, but I just can't because I just can't, man. That's not fair. You do it.
Alright, Hey man, listen, wait, why are you asking me questions? Hold up. You on trial here.
See?
Wait, you were on trial here. Hold up now.
Look. Back to Shazam. Yeah, these soundtracks just ain't
There's
good.
yeah, it's not there. It's non-existent.
It's really just non-existent. So we're just gonna move on into characters, which is the highlight of the movie.
Characters?
Mm-hmm. The characters.
Oh, hold up, my brother. Wait.
Oh, skipping some
story.
Yeah, skipping because it was kind of forgettable, but story, yeah.
The story wasn't that bad.
No,
like
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was forgettable. Like I'm not just like.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying it's kind of forgettable. Like I'm not gonna be like 3 weeks from now just be like, if I remember the plot of Shazam, because there really is not a big plot in this movie. Most of this is just like, what's Shazam doing right now? I feel like
To be honest, yeah, you're kind of right. Like most of it is just like this kid that just can turn into an adult superhero.
Yeah, like that's what I said.
Really like
this is a movie where the story is driven by the actions of the characters.
Unless like you're actually looking like deep into the movie, but to like somebody just watching the movie, you'll just see it as this is a kid that can turn into an adult superhero, and they just have different hijinks.
Like the plot
but if you actually look
there,
deep into it,
like where Billy, he's the chosen one, he's pure of heart. Savannah, he wasn't good enough. And then it's kind of setting up Black Adam too. But the story is kind of taking a backseat because it's mainly just a comedy first. Like it's not supposed to be some like superhero big origin story. It's just a nice comedy featuring a DC character, Captain Marvel. That's a comic book reference. Because Shazam used to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. Like the story is pretty forgettable because the story doesn't take a forefront place.
It feels like the villain is the one that's actually going through the story instead of the hero. In my opinion, it feels like the villain is actually the only one that's kind of moving forward, as the hero is just being stationed until the villain comes into play.
Billy doing like plot stuff. Savannah comes to him.
Exactly.
Savannah
that's
comes
what I said.
to him
like the
and
villain
pushes
comes
the plot.
to him. That's when the plot. Yeah, exactly. That's when the plot gets to start moving. But the stuff going on with Shazam himself, it's just different hijinks with kids.
Yeah, it's just comedy. Like it's playing on all the jokes of what happens when you can just turn into an adult at will. What would a kid do if he could turn into an adult? And what they do with that stuff is
pretty funny.
Yeah, it is really funny. Like you can see himself.
If I could turn into an adult superhero, I'll walk into a strip club.
I'd probably try and buy alcohol too.
Exactly. Like I'll cheat the ATM machine to get some money, get my own crib. Like I'll steal some stuff. Who knows what I'll do?
And it's funny because you just see, like you said, it's just him going around doing hijinks of just being gifted superpowers. You see him try and save a woman, and like he doesn't go so well, so the woman just gives him money and just runs off in fear. And since I probably should be saving that for hero arc, well, I'm gonna do that. Like the story. There's not really a story to be told here, and the story that is told is pretty generic. Like it's
just the kids. They get this newfound power. They abuse it until the villain.
There's just another like sword in the stone thing.
Save the day.
It's just another sword in the stone thing. The chosen one. First guy thought he was the chosen one, but in reality, it was another person.
But, yeah, exactly. Like it feels like I've seen that type of story trope before.
I was just thinking of Star Wars right there, like Anakin and Luke.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. But like you said, do we already like cover characters or something?
Nah, well, pretty much because there wasn't a lot of story to cover, but we can talk about them like fully.
Okay, Billy is a dick and he's very selfish as a kid. I do not like him as a kid.
My problem with Billy is, first of all, he reminds me of someone. Ugh. But nah, kid Billy and adult Billy feel like two completely different people. At times, most of the time. There's a few times where it does feel the same, but for the most part, Kid Billy is like this loner kid. He's not really that all about jokes and stuff. And then adult Shazam, or adult Billy, he's just like making jokes around, goofing off all the time. And it's just
I'm invisible. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Kid Billy, like, yeah, he's just been gifted superpowers, but this isn't like the kid serious dude who trapped police officers in a store and like stole a car.
Yeah. Like besides a couple scenes with like a little bit of dialogue saying, "You just wish it was you," or like What am I running a foster care now? Like that was the Billy that
like
we know.
when Shazam is selfish, that's when he really like, yep, that's just kid Billy.
When he's overly confident and selfish, that's when it's like the kid Billy.
Yeah.
Because he does have these powers, so of course he's gonna be confident and feels like he's the man. But when he's just joking around saying, I'm invisible,
and he's
like,
like
okay,
giving advice to Mary, telling her, you gotta look out for you. Don't worry about anyone else. Like that is kid Billy.
That is Billy. Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the Billy that at least we've seen in the movies. But like you said, when he's all goofing off, talk about I'm invisible or shoot me in the face, like it doesn't like it's really just a comedian right there. Like it's more of the adult guy making his own personality.
It's more of just Zachary Levi riffing off of the kids instead of it actually being a full-on portrayal of Billy Batson.
They don't feel the same. But the other characters, like the whole Shazam family, it's just really nice representation of foster care parents.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
in real life, they really probably don't even act like this nice. They're probably not this nice.
Well, it's just probably some of them do.
Yeah, maybe. Like I can't count that out, but
you can see it as two people who are just trying to do the best for like these whole house of kids that aren't their own. At least I'm pretty sure none of those kids are theirs.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
But that's what I really like. Instead of them actually just having like full-on white kids and white parents with Billy coming in there, I feel like it was very good to have different
ethnicities.
Ethnicities. Yeah, I can't really say the word right, but like it's great to have those type of things inside of these type of movies
they don't make
because
a big
you
deal
get
out
the
of it.
representation. Exactly, you get a lot of representation, and they also feel more of like a family, and you can see that inside of the movie.
There's no moments where like, yeah, Darla's black, she can do all this, and then Pedro, he's a Latino, he can do all this. Like, no, they don't care, and they're all just one big family. I feel like that's why the characters work really well together. Some of the acting from the child actors wasn't very good at sometimes. What was it? Billy, don't go! And she just like ran around Savannah.
Yeah, that was weird. But I mean, for the most part, I really think that they kind of did an okay job.
Yeah, they did
like,
okay,
it's not
but child actors can never be good.
I mean, it can't be that hard to act. I mean, like we always say that it can't be that hard to act. Just say your lines. They direct you to do something, then you do it.
Just do it with a little emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do so many people just have trouble with just putting emotion into things? Like
it is really simple.
Hard. It cannot be that hard to act a certain way, but nah. Then you have Aquaman come off. Did she not love me?
You mean they executed her
because she had me?
Yeah, this is weird.
But the characters are fine. All this movie, the little kid on crutches. I don't know his name. What was his name?
Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie. I mean, it was kind of cool seeing the dynamic between him and Billy. He kind of did think like this Shazam thing was his too. I was like, hold on now.
Yeah, you're putting a little bit too much dip on your chip, but at the same time, I can kind of understand. Like, Billy has been a jerk to this family, and he got this gift.
Yeah,
while Freddie is actually crippled.
He did get it indirectly from Freddie, because if Freddie was never getting bullied, then he would have never ran away. But it makes sense, like the dynamic they have of like Freddie being jealous. Like most people would just be like, "Dude, you really think I'm jealous?" It's like, nah, he just flat out admits he's jealous.
Exactly, like he's crippled. Like excuse my language, but yeah, he's a crippled. He wants this power. Of course, I would want that power too. If I
dude, I want that power even though I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'd be jealous. And that's a really good moment for Billy because he's really just being a jerk to these people that are trying to become his family.
I want to ask you a question. Would you be a foster parent?
Sure, why not? Depends on how the kids are.
Exactly. Like, I don't like no bad kids.
Yeah, if they're
but
a bunch
if they
of
kids
like
jerks,
these, if they're a bunch of little jerks, no, of course not. If it's a kid like Billy, nah, dude, you go away.
Yeah, you slap him in his face, get out my house. Like that's how it works.
Like, can't slap him in the face because he's not your kid.
I'm like, you're an orphan again. Like,
but yeah, the dad and the mom, like they're just two people. Kind of sucks. They didn't end up with powers.
Yeah, but I mean, There's just two people who's trying to do the right thing. I mean, that's their superpower. They're foster parents. They
Yeah.
took these kids off the streets. They did a good thing. They were just trying to do the right thing, and I think that that's perfectly fine. And I love the way that they just show the fact that these are just
I bet
humans in
foster
the real
parents
world.
and foster children, they probably really just relate to those characters, unless they have bad foster parents.
The ones that are in, exactly, like the ones that are in actually good households.
Yeah.
But let's just move right into Dr. Savannah, the villain arc.
Dude, I think this dude is better than Orm, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of do agree. Like, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that one.
Savannah, like, he's not like a great memorable villain.
No, but I can kind of see where he's coming from. Like, I was told that I was not worthy. Like, and I'm getting abused by my dad and my brother. Like, I was told I was not worthy. How would you think I would react? Like, I would do everything in my power to try to find this place again. That's just me.
Yeah, like you can understand like where Savannah's come from. Like you said, imagine like you're just like little like I don't know how old he looks like he was around 10, 11, 9 maybe.
Yeah.
And then like you see this magical wizard who's telling you about all this power, and then you just get told you're not worthy. And then you just get blamed for like the car crash that paralyzed your father. They probably bullied him in that household the whole time. Like,
yep.
You
abused him.
I mean,
like they abused him so hard that he changed races, ethnicities.
Dude, he grew up and decided I no longer want to be an Indian. I decide to be white. That's his superpower. But Savannah, he is so goofy that it's really funny. Like, he is so over the top bad guy that you can't just, like, you're not threatened, you just laugh at him. Like, the way he just opens the door on Billy in, like, a broom closet. And he's running across the piano, like, stomping on it.
Boom, boom.
Like, it's really, like, he gets hit in the head with a batarang. He just clonks off his bald head, just dink. And is playing the Batman v Superman theme, or at least Batman's theme.
Yeah, like, he's just such a goofy villain, but in this movie, it works, you know? It is kind of weird how, like, Shazam is trying to run away and, like, he's just walking. Like, if this is the guy that you're trying to kill, wouldn't you try to run after him?
Yeah,
like
he's
fly
so
after him?
goofy. Like, he's just walking around. The way he threw his brother out the window. Like, it happened so sudden.
Axe the ball. Axe the ball if you're man enough to throw me out. He hit him with the, why do we fall?
I'm using that now. Ask the ball if you're man enough. Ask the ball if you're man enough to throw me out.
Why do we fall?
Oh, it's so good. Like, Savannah, I think he's a good villain just from the sole fact that he is so hilarious. Like, he's doing his whole evil bad guy speech, and then it zooms out. You can't hear anything.
Yeah. It's just a goofy villain, but like I said, works in the movie that they were trying to make.
Yeah. Like, ask the ball if you're man enough. And like the thing is, they actually do kind of like make him like a villain worth remembering, because like it makes sense. Like he only lets 6 of the sins out, and envy is staying inside of him because he's jealous. He's jealous of Shazam being the chosen one. And to be honest, I'd be jealous too if I got told I wasn't worthy, and then he just put me back in my car only to crash.
Exactly. And then I get blamed for that. I get blamed for my father being a parallelogram. Like that's crazy. But I mean, exactly, like, Billy is a dick, dude. Like, I keep saying this, but Billy is not worthy. I don't even know how he became, like, pure heart. I don't even know how they chose him. I think it's just because he was running out of time, and, like, Billy Batson, I choose you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like...
I don't think Billy was already pure of heart.
Yeah, he was pure at the beginning. Like, you can tell he was a good guy. But I feel like at the beginning, they didn't do enough to show that, you know, he was pure of heart.
Yeah, like just that one scene with him turning around. Yeah, we might as well.
Here are Savannah is a good villain, but just because he's really funny and goofy, you can make fun of him. All right, here are.
Like, just because Billy turned around and like hit the guys with the little crutch thing and then ran away, like
yeah,
okay,
that was good, but that was the first thing. That's like the first time you see him really doing a good thing.
Yeah, like it was like one good thing that he did
Yeah,
throughout
and
the
then
entire movie
throughout the movie, you
up to this
see
point.
him like just being a jerk until like the end. Like he's just like escaping, running away from these people, just being just bad person to be around. Then he's supposedly
Literally
the
his
pure
first
part.
fight. Yeah, and like literally his first fight with Dr. Savannah, after like he got beat up, he ran away. Like he said Shazam and hit in with the crowd and then got Freddy captured.
Yeah, like he's a coward.
That was kind of Freddy's fault because he was like, Billy, where are you? We gotta go. Like, okay, dude, you know he's in Shazam form. Come on now.
Freddy was being a little clingy too, but like I feel like there is a good arc with Billy. It's just the beginning was a little rough. Like we're supposed to believe that this kid is the chosen one. This guy's like, what is he supposed to go up against Black Adam or something?
Yeah, like, I'm like, okay, I don't see this Shazam going up against Black Adam. You know,
but like But like as it progressed, like you can see him like slowly like learning to fit in with the family. And then like
that's exactly what I was about to say.
His mom is just like, yeah, I know. To be honest, I just don't want you.
Yeah, I just let you go.
And then
I'm with Travis. I'm with Travis.
And then he just decides to save his true family. And at the beginning, you know, he just wanted to run away from again. He was looking for his mom, and like even the principal lady said, "You're looking for someone who isn't looking for you." So I think
that gotta hurt your rock hard pride, Billy.
The counselor said you didn't want my help.
But yeah, man, his hero arc is like, yeah, like he just starts off as like a jerk in the beginning and throughout the entire movie until he learns the fact that the person that he was actually chasing wasn't really who
like
he actually needed or what he expected. Exactly.
Like you said, like his memory, it's all warm and happy. Like his mother's got a joke tone, like when she says, "Mommy's not exactly going pro." Then in reality, like the colors aren't oversaturated. Like it's kind of dark and gritty. There's a cold filter. You see his mom is like kind of just getting frustrated.
Literally grounded in reality.
Yeah, you
see. And then if you think about it, it's actually a perfect representation of a young mom. She was 17. Like shoot, if I was 17, I wouldn't want a kid. I got so much stuff I want to do.
But she was kind of a bad mom anyway.
That was really kind of dicky. But I mean, you know, what am I gonna do? I have nowhere else to go. You know,
just leave.
I'm a young mom.
I don't know. I just think it's messed up how you saw him and just left him there. Like
that is kind of messed up.
If you never found him and just didn't want to look for him, then that makes sense. But you saw him and just walked away. That was messed up.
Like you saw him with the police officer. He's probably bawling his eyes out, crying, looking for his mommy, saying, "Where's mommy?" And you just walk off. Like I don't know, man. But the mom was really mean.
Shazam is a good hero. Like he's enjoyable to watch, but he's not too deep of a hero. I think that's fine. Like he doesn't have some great backstory or like overarching story. He's like, no, he's just a fun dude to watch on screen. And maybe in Fury of the Gods they'll do something more. But in this movie, I think it was fine how it went.
Yeah, like you said, his whole arc is just learning to belong. That he actually belongs with this foster family. The one family that every time he ran away, they went out to go look for him, you know? They welcomed him into his home. So I really like the fact that his arc is more family-based than actually hero versus bad guy, which they do have that.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, with that being said, we just move right into the third act. Hero versus bad guy. Well, heroes
the third act
versus bad guys.
Pretty decent. It's just pretty much more of the same, what you've been getting the whole movie.
Yeah,
but this time, like
fun action.
Yeah, it's funny. A bunch of jokes. Like I said, you have Savannah doing his evil monologue. And even at the moment, like once the bad guy is defeated, he does a joke about how he's gonna turn evil and put it into his eye. Like it's really funny.
And now that's a great progression of Shazam's character. Just him making a joke to his family, to his Shazamily.
Yeah.
Now that's a good.
Speaking of Shazamily, you said you don't really like it that much.
Yeah, like when I first saw it, you know, I'm just gonna be completely real. Yeah, I really don't like it. Yeah, like I find it okay when I'm watching the movie. I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do with this inside of the sequel? But seeing it inside of the first movie, I'm like, okay, I kind of really want to see Shazam just as the first Shazam. Like, I just want him to be his own hero. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really And as from what we saw from the entire movie, I think it just should be, if they were actually going to go this route, maybe it should have just been Shazam and Freddy, because Billy didn't have any type of connection to the other family members
Well, he
except
kind of
for
did with
Freddy, and
Darla.
at least, yeah, exactly, and at least a
A
little
little bit
bit
of
with
Mary,
Darla.
but like Pedro and the Fortnite kid, yeah, nah.
Yeah, okay, I get, but I get why they did it, to give it that more family
Yeah, that's what I was
value.
gonna say. I think it works for the movie they're going for because this is really just essentially a movie about learning to accept a new family. Like family is more than blood.
Mm-hmm.
Like his
Exactly.
the whole time, like he spends like his life chasing after this lady who's like she's just his family because she's his mother, but in reality, like she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care about him. And
She
like
didn't
you,
even want him.
yeah,
Exactly. She didn't even want him.
you have this family who like every time he escapes, like you said, they go looking for him. They try and give him like they do the best they can do is giving him a home. Like they act like real parents, and I think that's good. Why they do the Shazamily thing, and like, I just think it's a good dynamic. Like for going forward, I feel like they should have set it up more. Like maybe had him
Mm-hmm.
interact with the family more because he doesn't interact with them all that much.
Yeah,
But
he mostly interacts with Freddy. But I
yeah,
see what you're getting at. Yeah, I can
and I
complete,
feel
like,
like
I can accept it.
yeah, I like all the actors. They do a pretty good job of mirroring their kid selves, except Mary. Like Mary, what did she even say a line when she was aged up?
Uh, she
And
said
then
something, but when
and
they
then
was
you
in the
have
lair.
Pedro, the big kid. Like he didn't say a lot when he was a kid, but then he got a lot more lines when he was aged up. But like
Probably cause he wasn't the chunky monkey anymore.
yeah.
Hey, that's not mean. That's just speaking how it is. He was
And
a
then you
chunky
have the
monkey.
Fortnite kid.
Like
Like
that's
he's the one doing gaming references. Is like Hadouken.
yeah, like that's a perfect
Yeah.
representation
Also,
of
I
the
think with
little
Darla,
kid.
like how she
That
saved
was that was
Santa.
perfect.
She saved
That was
Santa,
perfect.
and she's talking to Santa about her Christmas wish because she still believes in Santa. And you see Santa
Yeah,
like, "What are you talking about?"
like that was very cute. I love Darla.
Yeah.
Like not in a pedophilia type way, but I love Darla. Like I love
Like
Darla.
yeah, I'm excited to see more of the Shazamily and Shazam 2. But this third act, I
Yeah, it's
think,
just that.
yeah,
I was about to say it's just that little part of me that wishes that Shazam was the only Shazam. And then we got into the Shazamily in the sequel, or maybe the third one, but I don't know. That's just me.
I
I've
just think
always
the
thought
third
that
act
way.
is really enjoyable. It's got jokes,
Yeah.
good actions. Stakes don't really matter because, like you said, you're not really worrying about him defeating the bad guy. Like, because you hate the bad
Mm-mm.
guy, you're just here for the comedy, the jokes, the family aspect. Like,
Yep.
it's fun and enjoyable. It's just like things where you just turn off your brain, just watch it and enjoy it. You don't have to be a huge
Yep.
comics fan or just a huge movie fan in general. This movie's just enjoyable. And the third act is too.
Yeah, it has a lot of references to the rest of the DCEU, with like the kid playing with Batman and Superman and them clashing together, and then you see
Yeah, a
Shazam and
bunch of
Dr.
meta
Sivana
jokes.
clash outside. Yeah, like it's just a fun time. Like just a fun final battle.
Yeah,
And
and it
it's
even gets a little
yeah.
serious at the end where he's talking
Yeah.
about the only one that stays inside is envy. So like it's got a
Yeah.
good mix of comedy, humor, and just fun with a serious story, and that concludes the movie. So I think this third act is way
Mm-hmm.
good. To me, it's a huge improvement over Aquaman.
Uh I would say the visuals in the Aquaman final battle are pretty good. In my opinion,
Oh,
I
the
think they're
visuals, yeah,
pretty
they're
good.
pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I think the
with
setting
the
for
with
the
the like
Aquaman
the
battle.
just like the wide scale ocean battle with like the
Oh, not
blues
that,
and the
not that. No,
reds and the
no, not
green.
that. I'm
That's
talking
that's
about
my
the
that's
submarine
my
battle. The submarine
the
battle. I think
submarine.
aesthetic of that. Yeah, we're not
Oh,
talking
you
about the
think
sub.
about that? Oh yeah, with like the rain and stuff, like the
Yeah.
gray and yeah.
I don't know
I can
why. I
see
just like
that.
seeing light coming through a fan that's spinning. I don't know why. It's always a really aesthetic thing for me. But Shazam, third act, good.
Yeah, it's pretty well handled. All right, let's just move right into how it would hold up. I mean, how it holds up. My bad. Um, yeah, a year later, it still holds up pretty well. I still like it.
Yeah, I still think like this. I mean, I was kind of a late bloomer when it came to Shazam. I didn't watch it
Hmm.
till like a couple months after it released. But yeah, I think this movie, it's still. I mean, it's like one of the more modern ones. Like it's the second most recent DC movie.
Uh,
Saying that it comes
Shaz-
out in
oh
two
yeah,
days.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Birds of
Okay.
Prey. But yeah, this movie's great. Like this movie's still good. Like we enjoyed it. Like it's fun.
Hmm.
Like the jokes still land. It's just like the jokes, like they're not cringy. Like there's some adult humor in there too, which is always good. Like it's not like SpongeBob where it's like super kiddie friendly jokes. Like nah, it's a lot of really funny good jokes, and like as long as those jokes land, I think it holds up good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna say something about the tone, but I'll save that for something else, for another category. But yeah, I just like you said, it really holds up with the comedy, the family aspects as a whole. Yeah, exactly.
I'd recommend it to someone.
Like I showed my mom this movie. She loved it. Like she said, Shazam was actually pretty good. She liked it more than Batman v Superman and like Aquaman, just like you. Well, I don't know if you like this movie more than BVS, but she liked it more than those two movies. But
of course
I do think Shazam is like just a perfectly good Christmas movie. It doesn't really get you into that Christmas feel though, because it just feels like random old Philadelphia with like Christmas decorations.
But it's a decent movie to watch around Christmas.
Kind of getting the Christmas feel if you're around Christmas.
It's not like a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie, but Christmas. Like if you're watching it in Christmas, it just makes it better. Yeah, you just feel better for watching it. But yeah, I definitely recommend this movie to someone who hasn't seen it.
I wonder how the kids are gonna look inside of the sequel, because kids age pretty fast. I want to know what they look like. They're probably gonna be taller, voices deeper. I don't know how to.
Well, it depends. They could set it pretty far after. Well, not pretty far after, because when
2019, the sequel's coming out 2023.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They can age. The kids can age up, but it depends on like how old those kids look.
Because Freddy already got a full-on mustache with black fingernails.
Mary's probably gonna be
Billy?
a full-on adult by now.
Yeah. Oh, Mary.
No, Mary. Like she was finishing high school, like looking at college, so she was like 18, 17,
like
18,
18. Cause I think she was going to college the following year. This was like Christmas 2018 in the movie.
Well, she may finish it early. That's what I'm saying. She may finish it early, 17, 18, 19. But yeah, so she'd be in like her 20s, like early 20s
21,
by the time the next movie comes out. But so, might get some new actors. I could definitely see getting some new actors, but
probably for like the Chunky Monkey maybe, and like the Asian kid. But I don't think they're replacing Darla, Billy, or Freddy. I don't think they're replacing.
Yeah, they're not gonna replace
probably
the main
like the
actors,
Asian
of course
kid.
not.
I don't even know if he's Asian, but probably like the Asian kid and the Chunky Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say Fortnite kid. Yeah, the gamer kid. But yeah, that's just how I'm kind of skeptical about that. Like these kids might be really older than what they look like inside of this movie. I wonder how long they're gonna be set apart from each other, like 3 to 4 years or something like that. But who knows what they're gonna do. But what are your best moments?
A lot of my best moments are just the jokes. Like I could just say this joke is just a problem. Like where Shazam gets walked in on the Savannah as he's giving him a pep talk. You just see Savannah in the mirror because he just opens the door when he's running across the piano. Just a lot of the funny jokes, like in one-liners. I think those are my best moments of the film. I can't really like individually like piece out one and one, but I think the jokes are definitely the best part of this
me too.
movie
Just that montage with them testing out his powers, uploading the YouTube videos, him going to the strip club. I laughed the hardest at that when I first saw it. Just him walking into the strip club, and then he walked out with chicken wings. Like, we're gonna need more money. Like that, like that was very hilarious to me. And like Jim just like, yeah, exactly. That's what I was exactly about to bring up.
Your phone's charged.
This is funny. Like this is what kids would do. They would obviously go to the strip club or steal money from the ATM or like, profit off of stuff, like profit off of their powers on YouTube or something like that. That's the same thing that Spider-Man did. Worked out good for him.
Yeah.
He's with the Avengers. But like you said, the jokes are my best moments as well. And also a little bit of Dr. Savannah's arc and the teases for Black Adam. I'm very excited for Black Adam, so I think that's one of my best moments. But yeah.
Yeah. Also, Black Adam, Superman, whatever movie that's coming in. Is that just gonna be its own movie, Black Adam v Superman?
Unless it could be a fight in Shazam, or like unless it could be a fight inside of Black Adam. If it's a fight inside of if it's like
maybe. Or maybe like Black Adam 2. I wouldn't see them doing that in the first Black Adam.
You don't want to pull out all your cards on the first movie. But I can see them having like a little encounter in the first movie.
Yeah, I think the best moments are some of the Black Adam stuff is pretty good.
And I love the fact that Dwayne Johnson produced this, so it's very clear that he's still Black Adam, even though he got announced as Black Adam 6 years ago. But whatever. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, like you jokes, the best moments are that.
All right. Well, with that being said, what would you change?
I'm ready to get into this.
What would you add?
Change? Oh my
if
god.
Anything.
Okay, I've been waiting since Story to say this. Actually, I've been waiting since we watched the movie. I would change the tone up a little bit. Now, the only reason why I say that is because you can put on this movie for kids. Like, that's how I feel. I say you can put on this movie for kids because it's a child turning into an adult superhero, and we also have a lot of fun hijinks into the mix. But what you have to turn off for the kids is that boardroom sequence with the 7 sins coming all out and biting people's heads off. Yeah, they're biting people's
spooky.
heads off. And they're also throwing people out windows. Shazam is going to strip clubs. Like that's another one of my best moments.
But that's what I'm gonna interrupt for a little bit. That's what I was talking about, like how there's jokes for everyone.
Yeah, but like at the same time, a lot of kids are gonna be turned on by the thought of like a kid. No, not
turned on.
Like they're gonna be turned on by the fact that this is a kid turning into an adult superhero, which is cool. That's very cool. But then when they're looking at these spooky demons just bite people's heads off, and you can see the scene clearly, it's a lot of horror aspects because the director was a YouTube horror director, so you can see the horror aspects in it. You might not want to show that to little kids that are actually turned on by the fact that Shazam was a kid that can turn into an adult superhero. But I personally enjoyed it. I'm just speaking from the fact that if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't let my 4-year-old kid look at the demons biting people's heads off. That's just me. But that's it. I'll just change the tone up a little bit, and I wouldn't add anything.
Cool. Okay. For me, not a lot I would change. Well, I guess I would change. Just make Billy, make the difference between Kid Billy and Adult Billy.
Dang, fair.
Just more. It's less of a contrast. Like, just make it just so you could see as like, that's just the kid. That's just the grown-up version of the kid. And I would just change it up a little bit. Change up the family so like they just get more stuff to do. Darla, she's pretty cringy at times. Like she's pretty cringy. But it's probably just the actor because she's so young. But what would I add? I would just add there's more action scenes, kind of. I kind of want to see more of what Shazam can do. And just maybe a little more jokes, but I think this movie I'm completely okay with what it is right now. So there's not a lot with
Truth
what
be
I would
told,
change,
Shazam can actually defeat Wonder Woman. That's just, just laying it out there. He can defeat Wonder Woman and Superman. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with him inside of the sequel. Yeah, just throwing out a little Shazam facts for you.
Oh, dude. And freaking Injustice, he got his neck snapped by Superman. Or was it Wonder Woman? I don't know. But all right, let's get to our ranking.
Who tier ranking? I'm gonna put it in S. I love this movie, man. I don't know if it's the best DCEU movie or not. I don't know, but it's close up there. It's close to being number 1 for me. So I gotta put it in S. And for numbered, I'm gonna go with a 9.8. 9.8. And the only reason why it's not from a 10 is because of the tone and the Billy stuff and the Shazamly stuff. So yeah, 9.8 for me.
For me, I'm not gonna give it an S because I'm not in love with this movie, but I'm gonna give it an A because I feel like this movie's pretty good. This movie's pretty good all around. And for my number ranking, I'm gonna give it an 8.9. I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah. Like this movie, it's just not perfect for the fact that I don't really rewatch this movie. I don't really feel the drive to rewatch it. But this movie, if I do ever end up rewatching, I know I have a good time, so that's why it's getting a good ranking. Pretty great DCU movie. I feel like this is when they really just decided to just go all out with the humor and funny superhero, kind of like Marvel did.
Yeah, I think that's for the better. I think you can have a serious tone, but you can also have a light tone inside of your universe as well. Like it can be, you can have both, and this movie kind of shows that a little bit, But that was it for the DCEU rewatch of Shazam. Please know that everything that we did say in this video is just our very own opinions, and you're free to comment down below. What did you think of Shazam as a whole? You got anything else you want to say?
Next week is the finale, right? Well, no. Wonder Woman comes out in 2 days. Wonder Woman comes out in 2 days. Is that going? I don't know. Is next week the finale, or what do you think?
I'll say next week. Yeah.
We'll keep them posted.
I'd say next week will be the finale, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know, but make sure to go check out Sterling's. His link is in the description as always. Just go over there for Ninjago and Arrowverse content, whatever he's doing over there nowadays. But thanks for watching.
Peace.
We'll see you guys next time.